Hi everyone, my name is David. This is part 2 of my question and answer video I do every single Monday. I'm a life coach and I help people and assist people to heal and grow from all kinds of different trauma. This is part 2. Like I said, if you missed part 1, please go and watch it. I recommended something that might help you guys heal from trauma and lots of good questions on there. If you think that I'm helping you, if you guys could subscribe to my channel. If you think I can help somebody else too, subscribe to my channel. Support me, please. Love or hate, tell me why. Say hello. Give us your locations. Put this in a playlist. Share it with people. Okay, that just really helped me. I go to a lot of work for these videos, and just pushing a couple buttons can save somebody's life. Okay? Thank you very much. I'm going to get started right away with the questions for part 2. First one in part 2 is from Laura, who says, I'm sorry this was so long, from Ohio. Hello, Laura. Sorry this was so long, from Ohio. Hey, David. Thanks for all that you do to help people. It's very appreciated. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much for telling me. I've been involved off and on for 10 years with my now ex-boyfriend, who I'm pretty sure is a narcissist. For a long time, I had no idea why he was the way he is, and now that I'm finding out about narcissism and attachment disorders, it's all starting to make some kind of sense. At least a little bit, I guess. Good. And that's healing. That's healing. My question is about future faking. He proposed to me in December, and since then he has discarded me twice. The first time in February, only 6 weeks after he proposed. Then again a few weeks ago. Why even propose in the first place? I agree. Why say yes? I'm the same person now as I was in December. Nothing changed on my end, but now he hates me. So where did the change come from? Him. Thinks I'm controlling and playing mind games with him. The same thing he said in February also. I don't understand where it came from or why. Every time our relationship would be going good, it seems like he sabotages it. And I constantly feel like a fool. I think things are going good, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's a problem. And then if I try to talk out the problem, he just shuts down and ends everything. It's so confusing. Sorry this was so long. I'm from Ohio, by the way. Yeah, I'm sorry too, Laura. I'm really sorry too that you've been going through this for 10 years. I want you to know that this has been damaging your brain for 10 years. This is where the damage comes from. Not just the financial exploitation, not just hitting you, not just cheating on you and ruining your home and vacations and birthdays and all that other crap. No, it's damaging your brain. When he loves you, you have 4 happy hormones that rush in. And us, with this big void that we needed, those are intense. It does it way more to us than other people, healthier people. It goes, whoom. And then he says, I hate you, and they drop. And he says, I want to be with you again, Laura. And they go, whoom. You go, oh, good. And then he says, see you later, I hate you. And they go down again. And this, for 10 years, has been shrinking and swelling your amygdala and causing brain damage. Okay? And you become, it makes us dependent. That's what drugs, that's what sex, too much sex, that's what gambling does, work, being addicted to work. I just want you to know that. So, what's going on with him? This is called impulsivity due to instability. He's emotionally unstable and has an unstable sense of who he is. Remember the 5 parts of ourselves? If you're an unstable sense of who you are, then what you want changes. You don't know what you need. Your feelings go up and down. He can't regulate his emotions, I bet. Kind of sounds like a borderline. Just so you know, that might help you. You might want to look up borderline personality disorder. Sounds like it. The idealize, devalue, up and down, can't handle emotional problems, shuts down, ends everything. Sounds like he's got fear of abandonment, where he's perceiving abandonment where it doesn't even exist. He thinks you're going to leave him, Laura. If you get successful, he thinks you're going to leave him. If you're happy and happy and happy, he thinks you're going to leave him. The more you get to know who he is, the piece of crap he thinks he is, the more he thinks you'll leave him. Okay? It's impulsivity. So if I took pen and paper, right? And Laura, you go ahead and write down every single emotion you've had today. Okay? Maybe you woke up and you're a little depressed today. Maybe throughout the day you had a little anxiety. Okay? Maybe something somebody said to you hurt your feelings and you got a little sad. But also later you were happy. So you got 4 emotions here today. Guess what he has? Depression, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, hopelessness. Just go down the list. He doesn't process emotions, which is an actual process. I do this, 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 and I close them. If I don't close emotions, they stay open forever. That's why people have trauma 40 years ago, and it still affects them because they're not processing, they're not healing, okay? They say it feels bad, stop there. Well, you can stop there, but it's still there, and it's still going to feel bad for the rest of your life, okay? So he doesn't process emotions, so he's got a whole bunch of emotions on his page, and it makes him feel extremely unstable, and he wants to fix it and help it and change it now, and he doesn't know how. So he tries anything. Oh, she's going to leave me. Break up with her. And then he feels ashamed of himself that he did it, and he probably doesn't even apologize that much, or he over-apologizes. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I love you, I hurt you, blah, 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 blah. Right? That's him, huh? Or he just never apologizes. Comes back, I don't know why I did that, or I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do that. If you can't admit the things you've done, you hate yourself. Okay? You're denying who you are. Mistake or not. Success or failure. Don't deny who you are. I hope that makes sense, Laura. Awful, awful, awful. 10 years. Damage. Major damage control is needed now. Stay away from this person. Don't even look at them or it causes more damage. Look at their photo and it damages you. Look at their Facebook, more brain damage. Okay? Because your hormones are going boom, 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 boom. Stress. Stress will kill you. This has probably caused a little damage to your heart. You may even have problems with your digestion. You may have headaches. Okay? This causes disease. I'm glad it's over. Yeah. And borderline sabotage everything. So that's why I think he's borderline. If you have more questions, please ask, Laura. And thank you. All right. Jen from Reno, Nevada. Hello, Jen. I've made great progress on healing. I'm no longer attracted to narcissists. Woohoo! Yay. But I'm in a weird transition because healthy guys are emotionally attractive, but I find them a bit flat. Or boring, maybe. A little bit weird, even. but narcissist. I've heard you touch on this topic briefly in one of your videos. I was wondering if you could speak more about this. I've never had a healthy relationship with the opposite sex. So this good guy land is interesting, and I'm not sure how to navigate it emotionally. How do I tell if a good guy is interested? Narcissists move so fast and are obvious, while good guys seem to go slow and are not in my face with affection, which is nice but confusing too. Not sure if this makes sense. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jen, for your support. Thank you very much. Thanks for what you said. I appreciate you too. So, emotional instability. What I was just talking about, actually, I didn't plan it like that. Go back to my last question, really. And I described emotional instability and what that looks like. And that's what we are attracted to. There's a familiarity, okay? It's neurosis, right? And we may have neurosis in our families. The thing is if you truly understand what emotional neglect does to children, it's awful. And it really helps us, or makes us not regulate our emotions, causes anxiety, and that's what we become attracted to. Up and down, good and just intense everything. Intense good, intense bad. Intense sex and intense abuse. Intense neglect and intense attention. That's what we are attracted to. It's what we're familiar with. Okay? So I love where you're at, where you can say, I'm emotionally attracted to these men who are healthy, but when I'm around them, it's a little boring. You may not be totally ready to date yet. Maybe, Jen, consider that. Maybe it's too soon. But the whole idea of dating is getting to know somebody, okay? Getting to know who they are in here. And the best way to start doing that, Jen, is to really know who you are in here. Really, really appreciate yourself so others can. Really, really love yourself so others can. Really accept all the parts of yourself so others can too. That is really the key. And if that makes no sense to whoever's listening, then that means you need to do it. Because all of you who have done this, and have healthy relationships understand that, okay? I love this question. It helps people understand that you're not the only one that looks at people that seem like a really good person, but total turnoff, you know? I've said this before, but borderlines used to love me. I mean, love me. I had grown up as a kid, my first relationship, not first relationship, but there was a girl, one of the first girls that liked me, I think I was 9 years old, carved my name in her thigh with a knife. I had girls stealing, these all have to be potential borderlines. I had girls obsessed with me that I didn't even know in school and would call me every day and hang up on me and my family 10, 20 times for 2 to 3 years. And I'd catch them, who they were. Somebody would tell me. I had girls that I didn't know break into my locker at school, break into my gym PE locker in the boys' dressing room, boys' locker room, and steal all my clothes, steal all my stuff. I've had girls sit outside of my house at night in high school and just shine their headlights on my window all night till the morning time. I've had just, I could go on and on and on. I've had women, old women on YouTube stalk me and make 300 or make 50, 60 videos about me, just obsessed with me. It's happened my whole life. But as I've healed and as I've gotten more healthier, it stopped. No longer am I attracted to disordered people. No longer disordered people attracted to me that much. I mean, I'm not getting approached. Pretty cool. I'm boring, and I love it. I don't think I'm boring. I don't think healthy people are boring. That's a state that you find yourself in as you aren't completely healthy. Because we're attracted to our own self-worth. We're attracted to people like us, like ourselves, right? So you might still be attracted to that unbalanced person, right? Unstable. That's what I was going for, unstable person. Thank you for asking. Lulu from Orlando. Hello, Lulu. I have another question. When I was with my narc, I asked him to seek help, and he told me he spoke to a therapist, and the therapist told him that nothing was wrong with him. Who is this person? I must know. Someone with nothing wrong with him? Wow. Wouldn't that be cool? God, how do you do that? I want to know. I want to know how I become perfect. Perfect. If you have nothing wrong with you, then you're perfect, right? So this person's perfect, and you believe that? Or you believe that the therapist thought he was perfect? Here's the rest of your question. Is there any way they can manipulate the therapist? Oh yeah, and I love your music playlist. Oh, thank you. I've got a, for those of you who don't know, playlist on my channel. I have a music playlist, and it's massive amount of songs that people have recommended to me that have to deal with narcissists and borderline sociopaths and abuse, toxicity, finding yourself again, all these kinds of songs. So it's pretty neat if you guys are interested. And recommend songs to me. I'll add it to the playlist. Thanks. So, yes. Look, disordered people, okay? I don't care who you are, disordered people. I'll stick to cluster B, right? I'll stick to sociopaths, borderlines, and narcissists and psychopaths and histrionics. They exploit people, okay? They exploit people. That's where you cross the line, personality disorder. They exploit people and use them like objects. So to say, do they manipulate therapists? Well, they're definitely trying. Even if they genuinely want help, they lack awareness and will still manipulate the therapist and not realize they're doing it. You can only blame a therapist so much, right? If I have a client come and see me for an hour and lie to me, I'm not going to sit there and go, are you lying? Are you lying? I think you're lying. I'm just going to go with it, right? I have to. I can't, I don't know this person yet. I don't know what they look like when they're telling the truth or lying. If they want to pay me for an hour and they want to lie to me, so be it. If I think they're totally lying, I'll probably let you know. But other than that, what else would you do, right? You don't know somebody. If they're going to sit here and come and lie to me, that's on you. You're screwing yourself over, right? So you can only blame the therapist so much. I know somebody abusing me, making videos for 3 years, like I said, Yeah, they came with a clean bill of health from a therapist too. Look, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. Yeah. You make 60 videos obsessed with other people and just pointing fingers and blaming them for everything and accusing them for everything, making up lies and stuff. Yeah, show that to your therapist. You think they're showing their therapist all that? No, they're not. They're not telling them any of this stuff, and they're smiling because they don't really want to do the help. They know there's something terribly wrong with them, and they know they're never going to change it. They're delusional. Borderlines, delusional. Sociopaths, delusional. Delusional. They write their own narrative. They say, oh, it's just going to be like this. You hit me instead of I hit you. I know I hit you. No, you hit me. Okay? That's it. And they believe it. That's called delusional, and that's when you're crossing the line into psychosis. Borderline is right on the line of psychosis, and they cross it. The only thing that differentiates a borderline from a psychotic person is borderline doesn't hallucinate or see and hear things that's not there. And they might even sometimes too. Okay? So, can they manipulate the therapist? Absolutely. And actually, most, if not all, do. Yeah. Hope that helps. Thank you, Lulu. Lisa from Florida. Hello, Lisa. I only remember a wonderful childhood with great parents, yet I believe I am codependent and have CPTSD with the narc. You're asking like a question. And yeah, that's it. You guys, I can't, you know, it's just real simple. And it's not just a theory. This is, you know, bottom line, okay? Who you are has been decided by your genetics, culture, and your upbringing. Culture doesn't decide that you be abused. Culture doesn't decide that you have neglectful relationships and this person is never there, spits in your face, calls you names, and goes and cheats on you and abandons you and uses you and exploits you for money and stuff like this. That's not culture. Because culture is about society and society is working together. So cross that off. Okay? Cross that off. The other part is genetics. Are you genetically inclined to be abused your whole life? I don't think so. I'm not challenging that. I'm not saying nobody is. Maybe there are people born to be abused their whole life from the second they're born. This is developmental. This is our childhood. This is how we were raised. And if you didn't receive something, how do you know? I could sit there and be like, you know, here's your emotional needs. Here. Did you get these? You'd be like, I don't know. I think so. You know? Because your parents aren't, most of our parents aren't trying to be horrible and trying to ruin your life. That makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? If someone hits you, you've got a bruise. You saw them do it and it hurts. You know exactly what happened and where it happened from and, you know, what caused it. Right? Someone sits there and calls you bad names, you see that. Right? But gaslighting, manipulation, no security, no privacy, no autonomy. A child doesn't know. A child's not born knowing anything about emotional parts of our life. Nothing. Nothing. It's impossible. It's almost impossible to know, Lisa, by yourself. We need professionals to point this out for us. If you're, because I'll tell you right now, the most important thing in our lives are emotional needs. And if your parents meet those for you your whole childhood, there is no absolute way you would accept anything different. There's just no way. No way. I'll challenge anybody. Okay? Unless you had a freak accident or something and brain damage at 20 or something. I mean, I don't know. But there's just no way. So, if you guys are curious and you don't want to get help from somebody, because I know a lot of you don't, look up what emotional needs are and really ask yourself if you had these in childhood. Were these met in childhood? Because I guarantee you they weren't. And when you realize that your emotional needs weren't met, start looking into emotional neglect and the damage it causes. Severe psychological damage. Here we all are, as adults, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and we're damaged. We're totally damaged. We can't have functional, growing, healthy relationships with people, and our lives are a mess. That's not just a happenstance. There's no such things as just coincidences. Okay? The sad thing about all this is we're neglected, and so that causes shame, and we feel like we're bad people. We feel like we are not worthy of help. And we go years without it. And we watch narcissist videos all the time. There's only so much that can do for you, okay? I'm really sorry, Lisa. Hire somebody, okay? Hire someone to say you think you have a form of PTSD, and make sure that that person knows how to help you. I'm really sorry. Thank you, Lisa. I just want to see where I am here. Still got several questions left, and I got to cut this off, so there will be 3 parts. Again, people, if you think I'm helping you and you think I could help somebody else, subscribe to the channel, like or hate, tell me why, ask a question, let's heal together, tell me your locations. Anybody that wants coaching, daviddemars.com. Love yourself first, and I'll see you in part 3.